Hey guys, Ryan with RC Customs here, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I had to retime the engine. I had to put all new plugs in it, check fuel, take the old fuel out, put new 93 in, and then it finally started up and running. And then after it ran, the starter went out, so I had to get a new starter. And then I had an issue with the alternator. The alternator went out. And then I had a massive cooling leak from the intake manifold, which I fixed. I just repositioned it a bit, torqued it down to spec, all nice, and the torque pattern and everything. No more coolant leak. Excuse me. But why I haven't had time to work on it as much is because most of my tools are at a shop that I work at. But we're actually going to head to that shop now. It's my day off from work there. And I'm going to put the car in a lift. We're going to be fixing some exhaust rattling that's going on while it's on the lift. Investigating some chattering that's coming from the clutch. Hopefully it's not something super serious. I'm hoping that it's just the exhaust rattle that I'm hearing, not actual clutch chatter. And then we're going to be smoke testing it for vacuum leaks, and then possibly doing some rear shocks and front shocks on it, as well as new sway bar end links. And I'm not going to get to the tie rods right now, and then probably I'm going to scan it with our scanner there, and probably go up the street to get an inspection, so the inspection is good on it. So that's what we got in store today. So I'll see you guys when I get to the shop. I'm driving the Mustang now. And the clutch cable needs to be readjusted. So we're going to be doing all of that possibly today. I'm going to see where I get at with the exhaust rattle, because that's a big thing. The smoking the engine for vacuum leaks, because it is hanging high revs. I just replaced the IAC, idle air control valve, and it's still not coming down super smooth. So I'm thinking that there's a vacuum leak. So we're gonna check that out. And yeah, hopefully that fixes a lot of issues. And then I'm gonna see about getting some Steeda springs for because I don't know what springs are in it, but we're gonna get some Steeda springs in it, and possibly down the road. But the big thing is fixing the exhaust rattle and the exhaust hanging really low, because it is scraping a fair amount. So we're going to be taking care of all that. And the other thing is the suspension. It is very loose. And also I noticed the steering is very loose on the car as well. You have a ton of play in the wheel. I don't know if that's just from the aftermarket wheel, or if it's something having to do with the steering rack, or the what's it called, the steering shaft going from the wheel to the rack. So we're going to take a look at that all on the lift. We're going to put it up on the lift. It's the first time the car is going up on a lift, which is super exciting, and show you guys all the underside of the car and what it looks like. Don't judge, but it's probably going to be really greasy, really rusty, and really nasty. But you know, after sitting for 6 months, it's a given. But we're finally underway with this project. Really good progress, and it's very exciting. So I'll see you guys when I get to the shop. Peace. Hey guys, Ryan here with RC Customs. We're at the shop. I just got the Mustang on the lift. So it looks pretty good. I had to jerry rig the O2s because they were kind of like half out. So we're gonna adjust this. We're going to be adjusting this so it's not hitting the ground anymore. I was waiting for the exhaust to cool down, which it pretty much did. So I'm basically gonna pull the whole exhaust system out. Then re-put it back in so it's nice and straight and even, and it's going to be super easy to do while it's on the lift. And then we got the Coney struts and shocks. And then we got some sway bar and links that we're going to be putting on. So stay tuned because we're going to be doing all of that good stuff. So I'm just going to do just a check to see where the exhaust rattle's coming from. So I'm going to put the car up in the air while it's running, and we're going to see what's going on then. So see you guys in a bit. All right, guys. So I'm pulling out the trans again. Because one, I'm gonna have to do this X-pipe again anyway, and that is where the chattering is coming from, the inside of the trans. So I'm gonna pull the trans and we'll see what's going on that's causing all that chattering to go on inside. Should be fairly easy on the lift now, but yeah, I'm just taking all that shit off. And then I gotta tighten up that speedo gear. I must have forgot to tighten it up, but yeah, we're gonna pull that out real quick. And thank God I'm not doing this on the ground again. That sucked. I'm so happy I'm doing this on actual, like, it's so easy to pull that out. Oh, I'm gonna have to pull my starter out again. Oh, whatever. All right, so I'm gonna see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so we got the drive shaft out, the exhaust, the downpipe, the X-pipe. Going back to this, which I'm going to take out anyway. So we're going to start unbolting the tranny mount, pull that down, and then we are going to unbolt the tranny and pull the tranny out. So, oh, and the starter is also out. So, that was weird. So we're going to be pulling the tranny now. So Hey, all right, guys. I was able to get the transmission out. The throw-out bearing that I just put in was a Ford Performance one, and it looked beat to shit. I already threw it out, but so I just grabbed a brand new one, and we're gonna put that in. And then I took the clutch off to investigate if anything was wrong. It didn't seem like anything was wrong. It might have just been the throw-out bearing. I might have just got a bad throw-out bearing. So we're going to reinstall the transmission. I spilled some transmission fluid, so we're gonna fill that back up. Reinstall the transmission and put the new throw-out bearing in, grease up the fork, and yeah, then we're gonna move on to adjusting the exhaust. I was not expecting to pull the transmission today, but I actually did pretty quick, probably like 2 hours for me to do it. And then we're gonna adjust the clutch cable and put a stopper nut on there because mine is MIA. So we're gonna do that. And yeah, so I'm gonna start putting the clutch back together, torque it back down, and it is a billion times easier to pull a transmission on a lift than it is on the ground. That was terrible. I'm so glad I was able to come here and do this today. So we're gonna get that done, bounce up the exhaust again, which is gonna be fun. We're gonna adjust the rear pipes here so they're not scraping and rubbing, and get a nice flow to it so there's no exhaust leaks anymore. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so we got the transmission in, the wiring all hooked up, the brace, the mount. I need to get a new mount so bad. That one is on its last limbs. Got the new adjustable clutch cable in. Adjusted all nice and snug. So I'm gonna going to tighten up the speedo wheel, and I'm gonna climb up top and start it, and hopefully the noise is gone. The clutch chatter. If not, it's probably a bearing on the inside and it's gonna have to get rebuilt. But yeah, so we're gonna keep going on that, and then we're going to line up the exhaust completely the right way. So stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm back. I just put the whole exhaust system in, and bad news, it still sounds like it's rattling a bit. That means the transmission is probably gonna have to get a new input shaft bearing, which is ridiculous because when I pulled the transmission originally on this thing, when I bought it, I brought it to the guy that they use here, and I sit down, I'm fucking exhausted. Ugh. The guy that they use here, and he said that all the bearings look fine. He wasn't gonna touch them. I told him to replace them anyway, and he was like, no, they're good. I was like, no, rebuild it. I don't care how much it costs. I want it in tip-top shape. And I guess he just couldn't be bothered. I don't know. He repaired third and fourth gear, but I guess he couldn't be bothered to do any of the bearings or the synchro on reverse, which is kind of bullshit. So I'm probably going to have to either take the car there and be like, yo, listen, you rebuilt this X amount, like a year ago, and this is how it sounds now. Like, what's good? You said all the bearings were good. He probably won't do anything. I'm probably just gonna either get a new trans or get something else. But what a day. Holy shit. I'm exhausted. I was not expecting to pull the transmission today. I did fix a lot of the exhaust leaks though, which is really good. And it sounds really, really good. There will be a part in the video where it's just the open headers, and it sounds so mean and like nasty. Snotty. It's fucking awesome. I'm gonna try and adjust the I can't even really think, the firewall adjuster, to see if maybe that will pull some play out of it. I don't really know. I got the Steeda adjustable clutch cable and the Steeda firewall adjuster and Steeda quadrant, so it's set up the way we normally have it here. So I'm gonna play with the firewall adjuster and see how that goes. Sorry if this video was a lot chopped up, like, oh, the transmission's out and blah blah blah, but it was kind of weird working here for the first time. Much easier to have a lift, so I'm gonna be back here probably next weekend to do what I originally planned to do, was the shocks and the sway bar end links, and I gotta drive on it some more for it to set all its monitors to ready, for me to get the inspection. So I'm going to be doing that. There are a couple exhaust leaks. I'm going to have to get a new O2 sensor. There's one in the back here. I just didn't want to pull it without anyone knowing. So I'm probably going to grab one of those at some point and replace that. And yeah, hopefully that will be it. And I'm probably going to get it inspected sometime this week. Oh, I'm exhausted. And yeah, so honestly, good day. I got the exhaust in a good spot where it's not going to be scraping on everything, hopefully. Like, it's not going to be as low as it normally is. I was able to get it up pretty high with it on the lift, and it made it so much easier to put everything in. So hopefully when we come back next week, there will be a video soon. I just got the exhaust for the Ranger, the AFE Apollo Axleback, which is just a muffler delete. So we're going to be doing that sometime this week. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so excited it's running. I don't know how I'm gonna be doing the videos. I know I have a lot recorded for last week and everything, and like my process of getting it running. I really didn't, because what happened was I timed it, I put it back together, I repaired everything, and with everything repaired, it like the sorry, with the crank snout retapped and everything, as you guys saw, the engine went back in, timed it, didn't want to run. So I pulled the whole cover off in like a day, timed it, put it all back together, put the exhaust kind of bullshit in, and just got it running. Then I had a massive coolant leak from the intake manifold. I was able to repair that. And then we had some issues with alternators and starters and stuff. Both of those went bad. Those were original to the car, so personally I should have gotten them when I had the car part, but I just didn't. It's a compressor. But yeah, so stay tuned, and hopefully we'll have some more cool stuff planned. I am on a honestly leaving soon. I'm gonna be hopping on another ship probably really soon, so probably in the middle of July, because I have some stuff I have to be back for in October, November, December, all that stuff. So stay tuned, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate all the watches. Thank you. Peace.